Hello, my name is Sal.
It's Steve-O.
And it's Goose.
And welcome to
Dirty Masenko.
This is the show where we review Dragon Ball Z episodes, give you our thoughts and opinions, and other things that really don't matter. Today's episode is called
Gohan's Hidden Power.
Dun Dun Dun.
Oh, well, yeah. Might want to summarize that episode. Basically, all it is, Gohan and Piccolo continue to fight Raditz. Sorry, my son. Piccolo in this episode reveals his special beam cannon to end the fight, hopefully, and Gohan reveals his hidden power after Goku is hurt pretty badly by Raditz. So that's pretty much the episode there.
Oh, yeah, but the first thing I did notice that was funny was that Piccolo actually, Piccolo lost an arm. And just kind of like going from like future episodes, like it seemed as if he could grow his arm back relatively quickly. I was just wondering why he hadn't grew it back and grew it back within like the whole episode.
I was thinking the same thing, and I was like, wait a minute. Now again, this is one of those things where I didn't watch too much of Dragon Ball. I never knew. Did he ever grow it in Dragon Ball? I don't think so. I don't know if this is something like he had to like learn eventually. Like, okay, maybe I'll go it faster next time.
Well, wasn't there one time when he lost his head?
He lost his head?
Yeah, and he grew his head back like instantly, or I'm just making things up.
In Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball?
In just regular Dragon Ball.
I don't remember that actually.
Oh, okay, well, either way, he reincarnated himself in Dragon Ball by spitting down an egg before he died. You know what I mean? He gave birth to himself. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it just seems kind of odd that he wouldn't be able to rejuvenate himself within like 2 or 3 minutes. And not even that, but he had to charge his special beam cannon for 5 minutes, and then he spent 2 minutes talking about how he had to charge it for 5 minutes to Goku, and it was just like wasted time.
But that's the beautiful thing about Dragon Ball Z. They give you an insight to what they're thinking and what they're doing. It can be a little time consuming. But as a fan, I definitely do appreciate it. I think the reason why he didn't grow back his arm that fast because it takes him so much. It takes so much energy to do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, like that.
There's science behind that.
I guess, but
I understand because he even said like towards the end of the episode that the second special beam cannon it was going to be the last time. Which probably indicates that he was pretty tired after getting his butt. I mean, in the previous episode, he did get his butt whooped pretty bad. So, I mean, I definitely understand. But the other thing that I noticed and that I really enjoyed, and it's one of my favorite episodes, because it's so raw and grainy. Like some of the first episodes of Dragon Ball Z and like the actual artwork of it was really kind of cool. It almost looked like the manga the manga kind of characters or the actual prints, like when Goku was going up and shooting his Kamehameha wave. I mean, it's turned black and white, but it was so like you caught what was going on, and it got really intense, and you really it was captivating almost.
right.
I mean, I spent I don't know. I think it's one of the real reasons why I enjoy watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, like the early episodes. That's because the artwork was really good.
Piccolo's special beam cannon is pretty intense.
Yeah.
It's one of the first, I never really liked the name, but it's an intense attack.
Well, what would you name it?
I don't know,
Destructo Disc.
I can't think of a name off the top of my head, but special beam can't okay, so I know this is from Japan. This is originated in Japan, the series. So when I hear special beam cannon, I'm thinking, I'm sure, is there like maybe a better Japanese translation? Is there a more intense name than just special beam cannon? I don't know. It just maybe
I don't know. I mean, probably the hunka chaka poppin'. Totally not racist.
I'm pretty sure we're gonna get sued. No.
But it's something probably super really cool and it translates to English. And I'm just kidding to all my Japanese fans. I love you. I don't even think we have fans yet. But anyway. No, but going back to the artwork, I just want to reiterate one more time. Like the early episodes really show something different compared to the newer episodes. They really kind of lacked that artwork feel more than the cartoony feel. Rather than like the newer episodes kind of just showed a lot more explosions and a lot less grainy artwork.
Right.
But I guess going back to like the main topic of the episode, to where Gohan actually discloses his powers. I don't like the way they transitioned to it. It was when Goku let go. Yeah, no, he let go of Raditz, which we'll go into that too. But what he did was the last thing you hear Gohan saying is, "I want my mommy," and then the next scene of Gohan is him exploding out of the capsule and beating Raditz up. I mean, I thought that was kind of stupid. Like they could have showed like Goku being beat up into where Gohan was in view of him in rage to see it, and then build him up to where he gets mad.
You know, I hadn't seen this episode in a long time, and I always thought it was different. Like I thought, okay, here's the part where I'm gonna see Gohan looking at Dad, and like he his eyes like go out of view or something, it turned wide, and he just goes nuts. But it is a lot different than I remember. It just one scene and next, like okay, now he just.
When I first saw this episode, I was a kid, and I loved this episode as a kid. Now that I look at it, as older, it's pretty lame, as to how he releases his power like that. I thought it was more epic than that. When I saw this episode again, I was a little let down.
I think you're probably concentrating on the fact that when he does come out of the pod
intensely,
he starts and he actually hurls himself at Raditz. That's pretty intense because he's like surrounded by this little glow. And he moves like at lightning speed, I'm sure, and then like cracks the armor of Raditz. I focused on that, but yeah, you thought previously it built up, but it didn't really build up at all compared to I'm sure other episodes we're gonna see down the road where there's gonna be more of an epic build up.
And the way the episode ends, it does end as a cliffhanger, going back to it. But you're definitely right, Steve-O. We will see more of Gohan and his really cool powers. But I think what it missed in detail, foreshadowing, of course, was how he gets enraged and then turns into the strong person.
Right.
And I think that they missed a great opportunity to really build that up as Gohan's character. But of course, you forget that because it's Dragon Ball Z, and they'll have a 20-minute conversation episode, and just to where it makes up for it in a weird way. Did you have anything else that you noticed in the episode that you wanted to talk about?
No, I mean this is pretty much this is again a cliffhanger episode. You also see first signs of Goku's gullibility in Dragon Ball Z. You're gonna see in Dragon Ball in some key moments because he's so innocent and pure. But you see how it carries on in Dragon Ball Z. This is the first time where Goku's got the upper hand somehow, and then like, oh, don't hurt me. I don't want you to kill me. And then like, okay, can you promise to be good if I let go? Unfortunately,
you see his real innocence in it. Yeah. And I think that's where I really fell in love with Dragon Ball Z. The fact that someone so courageous, someone so innocent can be so strong and enduring, yet humble enough to be like, okay, you promise to be a good little boy, and then of course it backfires on him. Once you learn that's Goku's whole downfall, in the whole series. But that's another thing. If let's say you're watching this for the first time, would you think that Goku was going to die in the next episode, or would you think he would live with Piccolo's special beam coming?
So if this is my first time watching the Dragon Ball Z episode and I've seen Dragon Ball, I would expect that Goku would survive it because it's the first series. It's only the third episode of the series, so I wouldn't expect him to die. Me going into it.
Spoiler alert, he does. But it comes out really cool. But and that's another thing that it kind of takes it away. Foreshadowing in the episodes was the fact that death becomes so I don't know the word, but it's replaceable with life again. I mean, it can be wished back. And I'm not sure if Goku, has this on his mind, or the fact that he really would risk his life. You know what I mean? Because I would risk my life 100 times if I knew I could be wished back.
Yeah. Even in the last episode, they touched on that. They're saying that if Krillin, Krillin, actually goes after, goes with him to attack Raditz, and he get killed, and if he gets killed, he can be wished back, but he can't really be wished back. So
Yeah.
Goku already knows in his mind.
No,
He already has in his mind saying that he can be wished back if he gets killed.
I think really it was just trying to be nice to Krillin because
I know he's pretty much useless.
Didn't have a chance. Well, I guess it's one of my favorite episodes. Not a lot happened, but they still let go of a lot of information. They had the scouter readings of over 1,000 so far with Goku, Piccolo, and Gohan. Just real quick, do you think Gohan 101 could beat Raditz?
If he was really mad, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if he was really mad, when he's not enraged, no. He's a pushover.
Absolutely.
He can get beat. Put it like this: Krillin can beat him up. So if Krillin can beat him up, he's
Absolutely not. Only because we know he can't control this thing. It's too early on, and Dragon Ball
I don't know.
Z. After Dragon Ball Z fights are notoriously long, so we're not.
No,
I'm not gonna say.
I'm just saying you can't put it past Gohan. Gohan's a little kid. You can't really trust a little kid in the fight. Little kids have no rules.
You get
They're
beat up by
vicious.
little kids all the time, don't you?
I do. By a bunch though.
All right.
Not by one, by a bunch.
All right, ladies. I think it's time to call it a day. But I guess I'll leave you with the question today. Would be, would you be Krillin's friend if he was real in real life? A real life person? Would you be friends with Krillin? Leo.
I'd associate with him. I wouldn't be his friend.
Right. Anyway, Steve.
No, I'm sorry, Krillin. You're cool sometimes, but I'm sure you're gonna be just as annoying. So no, I'm sorry, you can't be my friend.
These are my friends that I hang out with on a daily basis, and they're really mean. I would hang out with Krillin if he was real. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the third episode of Dirty Masenko. Please like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Leave a comment in the comment section, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.